Happy day, children. Can you guess which topic we are going to learn? Yes, your guess is right. That is time. Time is used to quantify or measure the duration of events. We measure time in seconds, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and years with clock and calendars. We measure and define the time of the day using clock. A clock has 12 numbers on it, that is from 1 to 12. This is called phase of the clock. Shorthand represents hours and longhand represents minutes. Here in this clock, shorthand is pointing towards 3 and longhand is pointing towards 12. That means it is 3 o'clock. To find out the minutes, for example, if your long hand is pointing towards 1, it is 5 minutes. If it is pointing towards 2, it is 10 minutes. Like that, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That means 1 hour equal to 60 minutes. See here, in this, the first one, long hand and short hand both pointing towards 12. That means it is 12 o'clock. Here, short hand is pointing towards 1 and long hand is pointing towards 12. It is 1 o'clock. Here, short hand is pointing towards 2 and long hand is pointing towards 12. It is 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock. Like that, it is 11 o'clock. Here, short hand is pointing towards 10. That means 10 hours. Long hand is pointing towards 2. That means it is 5 2s are 10. 10 minutes. It can be written as 10 hours and 10 minutes. 2 dots are used to separate hours and minutes. Here in this clock, short hand is pointing between 1 and 2. That means it is 1 hour. Long hand, that is minute hand, is pointing towards 7. It is 5 7s are 35. So it is 35 minutes. So the time showing on this clock is 1 hour 35 minutes. Let us learn the new concept, that is quarter past, half past and quarter to. See here, the clock, I have divided that into 2 equal parts. The yellow shaded part is called as past. The white shaded part is called as to. What is the time given here? It is short hand is pointing towards 3, long hand is pointing towards 12. That means it is 3 o'clock. Okay, let's think that long hand is pointing towards 1. That can be read as 5 past 3. Okay, like that. If your long hand is pointing towards 2, it can be read as 10 past the next hour. What is given in the clock. And if your long hand is pointing towards 3, it is quarter past. If it is pointing towards 4, it is 20 minutes past. If your long hand is pointing towards 5, it is 25 minutes past. Like that. Long hand is pointing towards 6 means it is half past. Now let us come to the white shaded part. It is long hand is pointing towards 7 means it is 25 minutes to next hour. 20 minutes to next hour. If long hand is pointing towards 9, it is quarter to. It is 10 minutes to. 5 minutes to. Let us see a few examples based on this concept. Here, shorthand is pointing between 4 and 5. That means it is 4 hours. Long hand is pointing towards 3. That means it is 15 minutes. 15 minutes we can also call as quarter past. So this can be written as quarter past 4 or 4:15. Next, half past. Always remember, for half past your long hand should always point towards 6. Let us see where the short hand is pointing. It is pointing between 9 and 10. That means 9 hours. And what is this long hand pointing towards 6 means 30 minutes. We can also read this as half past 9 or 9:30. Next, quarter to. In quarter to, always remember, long hand points towards 9. That means it is 15 minutes to. That is quarter to. Quarter to, that means 15 minutes to. What is the time left for the next hour? What is the given time here? It is 2:45. For the next hour, how many minutes are left? Let's check here. It is 5, 10, 15. So 15 minutes left to 3 o'clock. That we can read it as quarter to 3 or 2:45. Let's see one more example based on this concept. Here, shorthand is pointing towards 3 and 4. Long hand is pointing towards 9. That means it is quarter to. What is the next hour after 3? It is 4. So we can write this as quarter to 4 or 3:45. Let's learn the new concept. See, what is this picture represents? The one day equal to 24 hours. We all know that. That means 12 hours plus 12 hours. So for 12 hours, it will rotate from 12 to 12 one time. Again for next 12 hours, again it will move on from 12 to 12. That means for one day, for 24 hours, the hour hand will move twice. See this picture. We are going to learn the new concept, that is AM, PM. That means from previous day midnight to the next day afternoon, that means noon, we represent the time in AM. From afternoon to next day midnight, we represent the time in PM. So from midnight to afternoon it is 12 hours, and from afternoon to the next day midnight it is 12 hours. So totally 24 hours for one day. See, this is 12 o'clock midnight. This is 12 o'clock afternoon. That means we read this as 12 noon. Time between 12 midnight and 12 noon is denoted by AM. Time between 12 noon and 12 midnight is denoted by PM. See here, two pictures are there. In the first picture, it is represented as school time. What is the time given on this clock? It is 7 o'clock. If it is in the morning, then we can read it as 7 AM. In the second picture, it is dinner time. We will have dinner at the night. So it is 7 p.m. Here also two pictures are there. The first picture it is given as morning walk. Morning. Morning means it is a.m. What is the time given in this clock? It is 6 o'clock. That means first picture is 6 a.m. Second picture, see here it is playing time. When will we play? During evening. In the evening. That means it is 6 p.m. See here also there are two pictures. One is classroom time and the second one is sleeping time. What's the time represented in this clock? Shown on this clock, it is 10 o'clock. If 10 o'clock in the morning, usually what is your school time? It is morning time, classroom time. That means it is 10 a.m. In the second picture, it is sleeping time. Usually you will go to bed in the night. So night is represented as p.m. So it is 10 p.m. Hope you all understood the AM and PM concepts. Thank you, children.